1. Karen is standing in the living room while staring into the living room coat closet. Rachel is sitting on a couch, reading a magazine and drinking a beverage.
Why are you staring into that closet? Is it cluttered or something?
It happened again. They just walked past. I'm telling you, there are aliens out to get me.
Don't be silly. There's no one in that closet. Besides, it's too small to hold anyone.
There's some sort of interdimensional portal in there.
Uh-huh.
They just come and go.
You've forgotten to take your medicine again, haven't you? The doctor said this might happen.
He doesn't know anything.
Last time, it was Bigfoot.
I was mistaken.
Before that, it was the Cookie Monster.
They can change appearance at will.
Your imagination is out of control, girl.
I'm not imagining this. Why don't you believe me? There were strange noises. Like fucking.
Now it's chickens?
That closet wasn't there before.
It's always been there.
It's different now. They go in, but no one comes out.
Who?
Them. The demons. They look like lizards.
From chickens to lizard people. Maybe we need to increase your meds.
I know what I saw.
In your head?
My head's fine. It's that space that's the problem. I know spaces. After all, I'm a physicist. I know how the universe works.
I'm calling your doctor.
Rachel picks up a cell phone from the table and dials a number. There's a knocking at the apartment door. Rachel walks behind a couch upstage to talk into the phone.
Please answer the door, Karen.
Karen walks to the door and cautiously talks through the door.
Who's there?
It's us, Karen. Just me and Max.
How can I be sure?
Peek through the little hole in the door.
Who are you?
It's Max. Karen, Julie, and me are here. We came to visit.
Let me see your authorization.
Rachel has finished her phone call and walks up behind Karen at the door.
It's okay, Karen. They have clearance to come in.
How do you know?
My watch has a voice identifier in it. It's identified the voices of Max and Julie. It's okay.
Who are Max and Julie?
Our friends, of course. Your doctor told me to give you another pill. He's increasing the dosage. I'll get your medication and you let Max and Julie in, okay?
If you say so.
I say so.
Rachel exits off stage and Karen cautiously opens the door to let Julie and Max in.
Hi, Karen. What's up?
What do you mean?
She means old friend. How are you doing? Are you good?
I guess so. Yeah, sure. I'm real good.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Rachel returns with Karen's medication and a glass of water.
Here you are. Swallow this down.
Are you sure they didn't give something to poison me, did they?
Visions again?
Yeah. This is safe. I tested it. Take it.
I'm not crazy, you know. I see what I see. It's real.
Hey, we don't doubt you. We're just worried about you.
You shouldn't worry about me. You should worry about that dimensional hole in there. There's a black hole in there. They come and they go from here to there and back again.
Why do you suppose they do that?
If I knew that... If I knew that...
Karen. She's starting to fugue again.
Oh, what's that?
A fugue, it means she's slipping into another state of consciousness.
What does that mean?
It means her mind can't handle her current reality and her brain has taken a vacation. Sort of.
That doesn't sound very good.
Julie puts her arm around Karen and steers Karen to the couch where she sits Karen down.
Here we are, dear. Why don't you sit down for a while?
I'll make everyone a cup of tea.
Yes, do that.
Max exits stage to make tea.
How long has she been doing that fugue thing?
It's been a recent development. Ever since she answered a phone call.
You let her use the phone?
I was distracted by something else and the phone rang and Karen answered it and she went crazy.
How?
She screamed into the phone that they, whoever they are, couldn't use the closet anymore and started barricading the closet with furniture.
Furniture.
She said she was blocking them in so they couldn't get into the apartment.
Max re-enters from off stage with Sarah, a longtime friend, both carrying trays of fresh hot tea.
Tea is served.
Drink up, everybody. Sarah, you were in the kitchen. We didn't see you.
She comes in through the closet. Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Karen. What's up? Sarah enters the kitchen through the coat closet?
No, sometimes she comes through the kitchen window from the outside stoop stairwell.
It's the closet. I only use the closet.
Hot tea, everybody?
Well, they do.
All sit down and drink tea except for Karen, who has opened a notebook and is writing furiously.
Hey, Karen. Doing some more calculating?
Yeah, I need to figure out how to close that singularity in the closet.
Karen looks up at the closet as her head and eyes follow an invisible entity crossing the room.
There goes another one now.
Karen, have some tea. You're working too hard.
Hey, we got a gig yesterday, huh?
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
web design company was offered a contract. You're a company now? Okay. So it's just the two of us, but we have high hopes. What's the gig?
We're designing a new enhanced version of cybersecurity for the Gaggle Corporation.
That is big. How did they pick you? We know someone who knows someone.
Yeah.
I wish my acting career would take off like that. It will. Just keep on keeping on. You're sure to make it.
Hey, sure. You're a great actor. We've seen all your performances.
Yeah. All of them. Thanks. I'm grateful for the support.
Cell phone in Rachel's pocket rings. She looks at the phone.
Sorry, I need to take this call.
Rachel walks off stage for privacy while Sarah moves over to talk with Karen. Max and Julie have a separate conversation apart from Sarah and Karen.
Why did you say that to Sarah like you did?
What do you mean?
Well, when you said all of them, it sounded a bit like a put down.
No, it wasn't.
You were taking a dig at her. She's having a tough time right now.
And we're not?
At least we have work. She's barely making do with the waitressing job. How can she concentrate on her acting career?
We're getting a bit protective, aren't we?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
You're just saying you care more for her than me? I've seen the way you light up when she's around.
Oh, that's not fair.
Maybe you should move back in with her.
What?
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? She's
No.
more exciting to you than me?
Not true. That was a long time ago. We're just friends now.
Are you? I'm gonna clean the kitchen.
But
Just shut up!
Julie exits stage, passing Rachel, who is entering.
What's that about?
Oh, I put my foot in my mouth.
The Sarah argument again?
Yeah. She thinks I still have a thing for Sarah.
Do you?
No. Sort of. I'm not sure. I mean, she's gay now.
Man, are you screwed up. You're so confused you don't know if you're coming or going. You better get your act together before Julie splits. What's wrong with you?
Me? What about her?
One word. Therapy.
No more therapy for me. I'm not going.
No, not you, Karen. No one's talking about you.
That's a relief. I wouldn't go anyway.
Maybe I should go.
Maybe you should go talk with Julie. You two need to come to some sort of understanding.
I wouldn't go.
What?
I wouldn't go to therapy.
Yeah, right. Don't go. I'll go.
Max exits off stage into the kitchen. Rachel's phone rings again. Rachel answers and moves upstage to take the call as she complains.
Not again. I leave the restaurant for one day and no one seems to know how to cook anything. This head chef stuff isn't as glamorous as I expected.
Sarah ends her conversation with Karen, gets up from the couch, and enters into the coat closet, disappearing into some mist which has just formed. Karen gets up from the couch, walks over to the closet, and stares into the closet, fixated upon the mist.
Sarah? Sarah! Why did you go in there?
I have to go. There's a problem here. I'll call you back.
Rachel walks up to Karen from behind.
Why are you staring into the closet?
She just walked into the closet and disappeared.
Who?
Sarah! Sarah did. She got up and walked into the closet. I can't find her. She's not in there. She's not in there. She's gone. She's disappeared. She's disappeared.
Julie
She's
and Max, hearing
disappeared.
commotion,
She's
re-enter from the
disappeared.
upstairs kitchen.
She's
What's
gone.
going on?
She's gone. Sarah's gone.
What do you mean?
Karen just saw Sarah disappear into the closet.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
There's no one there.
I'm not crazy. Don't you see the mist? I saw her disappear.
No one's there. Karen, the closet's empty.
Why do you think Karen saw Sarah?
I don't know. Something must have set her off. Karen, dear, Sarah isn't in there. She's not here.
Don't you remember?
Remember what?
Sarah is dead. She died during 9/11. She's been dead for years.
But she's my wife. She's not dead. She's still here.
Karen collapses unconscious onto the floor. Julie, Max, and Rachel rush to her aid. And Act 1, Scene 1. Act 1, Scene 2. Karen is laying on the couch with a cool compress on her forehead. Max is fanning her with a magazine as Rachel holds her hand. Julie is standing behind the couch near Max.
What do you suppose set her off like that? She's never done that before.
She's been getting all metaphysical and philosophical lately.
Imagine that. A metaphysical physicist.
Seeking something more.
Like the meaning of life.
Something like that, yes. But maybe something else?
Death has a way of shattering structured beliefs.
Karen begins to moan as she regains consciousness. Max expands harder.
Especially when it happens to a loved one.
Sarah was the love of her life.
You can see that, yes. What is the meaning of life, anyway?
Karen is starting to awaken more.
The meaning of life is a decent macchiato.
One macchiato, coming right up.
Max runs off stage into the kitchen.
How are you feeling?
I've been to the other side.
Other side of what?
Of where? Not what. The other side of here. I've been into the other realm.
Other realm?
I've been out of body and visiting eternity.
Eternity?
Yeah. Another existence. Another state of being.
Calm down a bit. You're getting too mystical.
It's possible to move in and out of other states. It happens in chemistry all the time. Quantum physics allows for all sorts of possibilities.
Yes, but
I did discover the Boston Higgs particle first, you know.
The proverbial God particle?
Yeah, it was my discovery. But they stole my idea.
What's all this about?
she's saying that, like parallel but distinctly separated atomic particles, a single event can happen simultaneously in two places. Thus, they and she discovered the same thing, except that she discovered it nanoseconds before boson existed.
Not a bad summation, Verica.
Cooking involves working with atomic particles too, you know. I'm a kitchen scientist.
But is she trying to say the same principle applies to consciousness?
Hey, I'm here. Stop talking about me in the third person.
Karen, you're a scientist. Scientists can't prove consciousness is connected to anything.
Not true. I know what I've seen. I know what I've experienced. How do you explain artificial intelligence and consciousness?
That's a discussion for another time. Let's just get you back to normal, shall we?
What's normal?
Max bounds in with Karen's macchiato.
One superb macchiato for the metaphysical physicist. Drink this. It will improve your outlook. It will put the function back into your dysfunction. It'll put joy back into the word enjoy.
Knock it
It'll...
off. We get it.
Just trying to help.
It's helping. Thanks, Max. You're a good friend.
Hey, no trouble, Karen. Drink up. After all, I slaved over a hot espresso machine.
all those years I spent trying to solve impossible equations were just a waste of time.
No, it wasn't. You were doing good, important work.
But I never found any real creative process of that work. I was never able to discover what the soul is, or the infinite mind, or what really makes everything work.
You'll find those things someday. Isn't the creative process different for different people?
Karen finishes her macchiato and she places the empty cup on the floor in front of her.
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
We'll go now and let you rest for a while. We have work to do. Anyway, bye, you two.
Julie and Max depart off stage.
That was an interesting visit.
It's always nice to visit with Julie and Max.
Rachel's phone rings again and she moves upstage to answer her phone. Karen sits on the couch and notices a new mist forming in the coat closet. Within minutes, Sarah spookily walks/floats out of the closet, approaching Karen.
Hi, Sarah.
Sarah floats in front of Karen, not answering. Although Sarah's mouth is moving, no sound comes out.
I can't hear you.
Sarah extends her open hand to Karen, which contains a small, glowing orb. Karen reaches for the orb. As she touches the object, there is a sudden, bright flash of light. Sarah disappears.
Bye, Sarah.
Karen looks at her hand and notices subtle burn marks. She comments to herself.
At last, verification.
Rachel returns to Karen on the couch.
How are you feeling?
Okay, Sarah was here.
That's nice. Did you have a good visit?
Don't mock me.
I just meant, I don't know what I meant.
There's a knock at the door.
Who can that be?
I'm sure I don't know. Why don't you answer it?
Rachel walks to the door, opens it, and greets her neighbor, Daisy, the florist.
Hey Daisy, what's up? Florist shop closed?
I'm letting my assistant run the place today. I needed time off.
Time is all we have here. Relativity, you know. Come on in.
She's just trying to be funny. Physicist humor.
I brought you gals a nice flower arrangement to cheer the place up.
Is it edible?
Strangely enough, there are some herbs mixed in there somewhere.
You see, all things are connected.
Inside joke.
You all have a strange sense of humor.
Daisy enters and places flower arrangement on a table next to the radio.
What a nice antique radio. It has knobs and dials and everything. How mid-century.
It even works. I don't work anymore, but the radio works.
You'll have to excuse her. She's a little down today.
Yeah, if I were in a gutter, I'd be so far down I'd have to look up to see the street.
Time for medication again. Be right back.
Rachel exits on stage to the kitchen. Daisy sits next to Karen on the couch.
I know just how you feel. My doctor keeps giving me antidepressants all the time. She thinks I need stabilizing or something.
How does that work out for you?
Doesn't. I get better results with a well-rolled joint. Yep, it's the weed that does the trick. Just the ticket.
Good for you. Everything's so simple, isn't it?
Well, maybe not simple, but certainly easier to handle.
Daisy gets up and goes over to the flower arrangement. She rummages around in the plants and pulls out a green herb. Returning to Karen, she offers the leaf.
This is the herb of choice. I buried it in the arrangement. You can smoke it later. It'll pick it right up.
Daisy, you old hippie. You know just how to touch my heart.
Not bad for a straight chick, huh? I thought you could use a little cheering up.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes my depression has depression. Leave it to you to figure that out.
Well, we've all been there at one time or another, dear.
Rachel returns with Karen's meds and a glass of water. Karen hastily stashes the marijuana into her pocket.
Here's your pill, Karen. Swallow it down.
I'm feeling better. I don't think I need to take that anymore.
Oh, that's a quick turnaround.
Must be the company.
So, how's the flower business?
Oh, it could be better. I'm developing a horticultural sideline to prop things up, though.
I guess it's tough making a living these days.
I get by.
That's what I like about you, Daisy.
Oh, and what would that be?
You're always mellow and easygoing. It's like you're so centered. A hurricane couldn't touch you.
Nah, I'm just set in my ways. Maybe it's the weed.
Karen's right. I've never seen you nonplussed. Ever. What's your secret?
Labels, pigeonholes, categories.
Meaning?
Meaning I've let go of judging people by anything other than who they are. It's simpler to deal with someone face to face and ignore what society or any others think. I look into the soul of the person in front of me and I see what I see.
How profound. You're a philosopher and a theologian, Daisy.
How do you manage that, Daisy? We live in a society of rules and mores.
Well, if rules are just enough for society to function and not fall into anarchy, that's okay. But all the other extraneous stuff should be thrown out. It interferes with the true human interaction.
Voice speaks quietly in a heavy, raspy background whisper, which only Karen can hear.
Listen to that crap. All bullshit. Soon you'll know the truth.
We should be who we are and nothing else.
You'll soon be who you're meant to be. With me.
Precisely. Life is too short to cogitate all the time. Too much thinking leaves no time for enjoyment, for simple existence. We just need time to just be.
Your life is coming due. Prepare yourself.
Rachel and Daisy suddenly freeze in place. Karen isn't frozen.
Rachel? Daisy. Stop messing with me.
Karen looks from Rachel to Daisy, going from one to the other.
This isn't funny. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
You are crazy.
No, I'm not crazy. This is just a figment of my imagination. Maybe it's a side effect from my medication.
Doesn't that mean you're crazy? Perhaps a bit insane?
No, I'm not crazy.
Then why are you talking to a closet?
I'm talking to you.
Who am I?
You're a voice, a disembodied voice.
Whose voice?
I don't know. You must be someone. You must be real.
How do you know I'm not imagining you?
Then you're the crazy one.
Well, isn't that convenient? Blame someone else.
I'm not blaming.
What about your friends here? How do you know they're real?
They are real. You're the one who's not real.
Are you sure?
Karen clasps her hands over her ears to stop hearing the voice and screams out.
You're not real. You're not real. You're not real.
Karen continues screaming. Rachel and Daisy return to
Not
the
real.
activity and look at Karen.
You're not real. You're not real. It can't be real. It can't be
Rachel
real.
grabs Karen by the shoulders and shakes her.
Karen! Karen, what's wrong? What's not real?
Shouldn't we call a doctor or something?
Yes, I'll call the doctor, sit here with her, and try and calm her down.
Rachel moves upstage to make the call. Daisy has Karen lay down on the couch. The voice speaks to Karen, who alone can hear it.
Soon you'll be here with me.
No, no, I won't go.
Karen passes
I
out.
won't.
Karen passes out and loses consciousness. And Act 1, Scene 2. Act 2, Scene 1. Rachel is sitting on the couch, reading and drinking a beverage. The radio is quietly on in the background. Karen is rummaging in the coat closet.
Why are you rummaging around in that closet?
Just trying to find out what I burned my hands and fingers on a couple weeks ago.
Karen, you just got back from 2 weeks in the hospital. Your doctor had to adjust your meds. Should you be poking around in there?
Probably not. But something burned my hand. See?
Yes, you've shown me 100 times.
The doctor seemed to be interested.
The doctor was worried about you doing self-harm.
The doctor doesn't know anything.
Should you really be in there?
The radio in the background begins the weather and traffic reports.
No traffic problems just yet, and the weather is shaping up to be real good. Don't listen to those fools. They're all losers.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
On the radio.
It's traffic and weather, so what?
Never mind. I thought I heard something.
Karen returns to rummaging while the radio plays in the background. After a few moments, Karen suddenly stops her activity, turns and listens carefully to the radio.
There it is again.
What?
I hear some kind of split broadcast from the radio. Like a couple of channels are overlapping each other. You know the sound.
Sounds okay to me.
Listen closely, it's like background static.
I don't hear it. Are you sure?
Positive. We're receiving 2 radio signals on that transmission. And I'm not crazy, promise. My scientist hat's on now.
Okay, I believe you. You're the scientist.
Knock at the door.
Who is it?
It's Julie and me.
Me who?
Very funny. Me, as in Max.
Come on in, the door's open.
Julie and Max enter from off stage.
You shouldn't leave your door unlocked like that. Anyone could walk in.
Like you 2 characters?
I see you're in good spirits today.
Couldn't be better.
How's it going?
Not bad. One of my better days. What's that?
A new radio. Max thought you could use a replacement for that old one.
What's wrong with the old one?
You'll get better reception and you will get that background static.
Oh? We have static?
So our web contract is doing real good.
Yeah, we think we've solved that security issue for the Gaggle Corporation.
How did you know our radio has static?
Just a guess. You know, it's so old and everything.
We also brought you a gift certificate for Shiz Spa. You 2 need to get out and relax more.
Thanks. Maybe we'll use it soon.
No one knows about our radio static.
Karen, let it go. It's a thoughtful gift. Stop fussing about that old antique.
Rachel, help me in the kitchen.
Why?
I can't find the bottle opener.
Can't it wait?
No, I need to find it now.
Karen ushers Rachel into the kitchen off stage.
That was a close one.
Background static? What were you thinking?
Sorry, it slipped out.
You might have blown the whole project.
I had to say something.
Shh, they're coming back.
Rachel and Karen re-enter from off stage.
Sorry guys, Karen has this obsession about knowing where the bottle opener is. She's positively fixated.
I really wanted to see where we could put the new radio. It probably gets better reception in the kitchen.
Right. We'll just be leaving now.
Julie pushes Max to the door.
Aren't we staying?
I can see that these 2 are busy. Let us go.
Julie and Max exit off stage.
That was strange.
Maybe. Maybe not. I have a theory.
I never know what you're on about half the time.
Static.
What?
Static. She can have meanings in radio astronomy.
Some other time. I'm getting something to eat. Anything for you?
Maybe a blueberry muffin. I have some thinking to do.
Rachel exits off stage to the kitchen. Karen re-examines her healing burned hand, looks at the closet and the radio.
How long have we known Max and Julie?
I don't know. 10 years or so? Why?
Do you ever remember meeting them?
I don't know. It's been a long time. I'm not sure.
Doesn't a person usually remember the first time they met a good friend?
I guess so.
Why can't I remember meeting them?
Maybe because your brain is too cluttered with all the other stuff.
Seriously, do you remember when we met them?
Sure. It was that time. It was, how odd. I can't actually remember meeting them. It's probably nothing.
I wonder. Is it?
Knock at the door.
Someone's at the door.
Go ahead, answer it.
You trust me to answer the door?
I'm sure you'll be fine.
All I'll be fine. She actually trusts me to answer the door. I guess I must be better.
Karen goes to the door.
Who's there?
It's Daisy, dear. You're a green gardener.
Bring more plants?
Not today, just a little chicken soup.
Come on in.
Karen opens the door. Daisy enters.
Chicken soup, eh?
She trusts you to answer the door? This soup will cure what ails you.
The meds certainly aren't curative. Daisy's here. She has chicken soup.
Great, bring it into the kitchen.
Daisy exits off stage to the kitchen. Karen walks to the closet and looks in.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Daisy and Rachel re-enter from off stage.
Soup's on low heat. Have a seat, Daisy.
I could take a load off, thanks.
How's the flower shop?
Blooming. Business is good.
How's your side business, the herb crop?
Glad you fixed that frequency.
I did. There seems to be a different problem.
Oh, I don't like it.
I'm getting interference from something else.
Why's that red light on? Are we broadcasting?
Damn, not again!
Turn it off! They'll hear us!
There's a pop and a sputter. Regular music is for again.
Is your radio haunted or something?
I'm beginning to wonder. Maybe the closet's haunted too.
What are you talking about?
I can't be sure. I think we're being monitored by someone.
You mean like spies and stuff? How exciting.
I don't know about that. But it would explain a thing or two.
Such as...
Such as, maybe I'm not schizo or crazy or anything. Maybe there's something deliberately going on.
Could I be of any help? Maybe I can run interference for you, like one of those secret agents.
Don't bury yourself in the part just yet. I'm sure there's a simpler explanation.
Yeah. Like what?
Phone rings. Rachel answers.
Hello? Yes, this is her. Yes, she's my roommate. What? I don't understand. There's a what? Where? A what? That doesn't make sense. Well, what is it? I see. I'll let her know. Thank you.
Rachel ends phone call looking puzzled.
Doctor news?
Yeah.
Well, what about?
You look puzzled, dear. What is it?
I'm not sure. The doctor says there's a strange object showing up on your skull x-rays.
They x-rayed my head?
Yeah, when you were hospitalized, the doctors took some x-rays and CTs on your head.
And?
Well, they found a small, elongated, cylindrical, 1 centimeter object embedded in your cerebral cortex.
What does that mean?
You're the scientist, don't you know?
I'm a physicist, not a biophysiologist. What did he say?
Sounds ominous to me.
He doesn't know what it is. Only that this thing isn't supposed to be there.
An implant. Someone put an implant in my head. Who would do that? How? When did they do that?
Maybe you should get checked out too.
Why?
Your roommates. Maybe more is going around here. Have you had any problems?
Not that I know of.
What should I do?
Have some chicken soup.
I've been there too, someone. What's going on around here? Those visions. That radio. Max and Julie's peculiar behavior. Not remembering when we met them. If we ever. Something is not right. I'm gonna find out what.
Karen enters the closet carrying a flashlight.
Okay, here we go. Be brave, Karen. There's nothing scary in here. Sure wish there was a working light, though.
Karen bumps her head on the overhead.
Ow! Damn low ceiling. What's that? I might have something here. Just an old coat hanger. Maybe if I shine the light over that corner.
You see the flashlight shining on different places until it stops in one area.
Hello. What's this? I've never seen a toggle switch like this on inside the closet wall. There's a placard with writing on it. Why would that be there?
Rachel enters from work off stage.
I'm home. The restaurant was hectic. It was like herding cats there today. Some sort of convention in town. Karen, are you here?
Karen
Hey.
answers from inside the coat closet.
I'm here.
Rachel looks at the closet.
What are you doing in there?
I found something interesting. Have a look.
Now I'm really beat. I need to sit down.
Sit down later. This is important. Humor me.
Fine, if it'll make you happy.
Rachel joins Karen in the closet,
This better be good.
shining her light on the switch and the placard.
Look at this. What do you see?
I see a switch and a sign.
Look at the sign. Closely. What does it say?
I'm not sure. Some sort of foreign language.
Not like any language we've seen before.
What are those funny markings? They look like cuneiform, but not cuneiform? Maybe a mix of cuneiform hieroglyphics and Japanese kanji with Chinese pictographs thrown in? That can't be right. It's all jumbled up.
Notice something else?
Not really.
If you look at the writing off center, the symbols are three-dimensional and project out from the surface.
That's not possible.
Well, it is. Wave your hand over the placard.
Rachel waves her hand over the card, and the symbols project through her hand and into the air.
Okay, what's going on? Wait. I can understand these symbols. It's like I can read the words in my mind.
You still think I'm crazy?
Rachel accidentally leans against an unseen pressure plate on the wall, and a holographic projection of Sarah forms in the air. Both jump back and quickly exit the closet.
Jeez. What was that?
There's a knock on the door. Rachel and Karen jump, startled.
Should we answer that?
You're asking me?
It does seem like a strange coincidence. Maybe it's nerves.
Rachel goes to the door and opens it without asking who's there.
Max. Julie. How unexpected.
You both look like you've seen a ghost. There's no color in your faces.
We've just had an experience.
Oh? Must have been pretty extreme.
Look, we need to tell you something.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
We should have told you before.
Before? Before what?
This isn't going to be easy. You're not going to believe it.
Bet we will. Or at least I will.
Karen, what's this about?
I'm not really sure, but I bet they know.
Who are you?
We've been with you for about 75 years now, more or less.
How can that be? You're only 30 years old, like us. Aren't you?
You don't remember meeting us, do you?
We've recently had a conversation about that.
We know.
How? Karen was right. We're being monitored?
Yes. You've both been under observation for 75 years, more or less.
But we're only 30 years old ourselves. How is that possible?
I suspected strange things have been underfoot.
Well, that's one way to put it. Those symbols in your closet, the ones on the signage, could you read the words?
Yes, I could read the symbols in my mind, but how?
You have unique abilities. Both do.
You're both not really website builders, are you?
In a way, we are, but not as you know it. It's something different.
Do you know about that thing in my head?
We do. We were there when they put it in you.
They. I knew there was a them in play here. I wasn't imagining what I saw.
So it seems. I'm so sorry for having meditated you all those years.
What about that gizmo in my head? What does it do?
It alters the perception of reality, disguises data input, and redirects the output.
You make it sound like I'm some sort of android. Am I?
No, not exactly. No. You and Rachel are special.
I don't like the way that sounds.
Sarah was special too.
Sarah was part of this deception?
No. She was a monitored subject, just like you two. Sarah was one of you.
One of us. What does that mean? Is there a you and an us? What's this monitored subject stuff all
Okay,
about?
Okay, so the three of you aren't who you appear to be. You've been changed.
From what to what?
Not physically, exactly, just virtually.
You're saying that we're computer programs.
Not at all, but computers are involved.
Gee, what a shocker. Who would have guessed?
Not helping, let's listen.
Do go on.
All three of you were changed holographically into an appearance different than how you all originally looked. Sort of like a projected image shield of types.
It was for your safety.
Yeah, it was necessary to disguise you so you could fit in to the population.
Population? What population?
Have you heard of the Roswell, New Mexico incident of 1947?
Yeah, that was the rumored UFO crash that the Army covered up.
That's right, except that the rumors were true. There were also 3 barely alive aliens recovered from that wreckage. They were spirited away to a secret secure government facility for study.
Who are you two? Are you government agents? What do we have to do with this?
We're not who we look like either.
Who? You and Max? You're still.
Disguising device, like I said before, it virtually changes your physical appearance. It allows you to see and hear certain signals that others can't see or hear, that sort of thing.
What about the projected image of Sarah in the closet? What's that about?
We were testing your ability to handle extreme stress levels. The image was designed to confuse you in order to see how you would react.
I reacted all right.
Yeah, unfortunately, it also started to give you breakthrough memories of your true self and experiences with Sarah, so we had to resort to psychotropics to control the language.
Yes, a real language, just not from here.
From where, then?
I still want to know who we are.
Who you are and where you're from are the same.
That's kind of vague. Do we really want to know?
We need to know. Don't we?
Yes, you do.
So?
You and Karen and Sarah were the ones recovered at Roswell. And we are all from a small planet near the star Sirius B. It's about 8.6 light years from Earth.
Karen collapses onto the couch. Rachel stands, fixed in shock.
Why? She's smiling.
The stress must have been too much.
Such is the fragility of life. We are born, we live and touch others. And we die only to return again in some form, in some place. Sleep well, child of the universe.